Sweet. What is up, my man? So today we're going to be taking a look at this cold email template. So for the people who are watching here, kind of give me like a brief overview of what the actual business and offer is, who the customer is.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, my name is Luca. We run an AI. I run an AI agency, and basically what it is just setting up automations, whether it could be some CRM management tools, maybe even building this whole CRM itself. And we also provide artificial intelligent chatbots. And yeah, so what I'm targeting right now is just real estate brokerages trying to get, them to implement an AI chatbot for their site. Typically the chatbot system they have isn't that good, and it takes long to get a response. So that's where the chatbot would come in. It'd be there 24/7, answer all the questions they have, and even help them with booking more scheduled viewings.
Got it. Perfect. So I took a look at this. So this is the email that you're going to send. It is pretty long. So the cold email is designed to do three things: grab their attention to open it, spark some interest, and get them to convert into a booked call. Right.
Okay.
The idea behind cold is that they don't know you and they don't trust you. So you have to be able to build that within a couple lines of copy. And that's why it's so difficult, right, for a lot of people, because they don't like fully grasp that idea that it's a cold audience, and the reason why they will get on the phone with you is because they trust you. Now, if you had some sort of personal brand, I mean, it's the easiest thing for them to get on the phone with you because they see you, they trust you, they know your personality, right? But
Right.
today's market, the trust is so low that the barrier to entry is very, very high, right? So this is how I would structure it. Let's see. They I'm going to give you a lot of constructive criticism here. They don't give a shit about who you are yet,
Yeah.
right? They don't even know like why you're emailing them. So what we'll do is actually, can I just have the yeah, can I have the editing?
Oh, you're not able to edit? Okay.
Yeah. Let me just rewrite this from the ground up. Actually, yeah, I'll keep it on suggesting now and then we'll rewrite it. So I would completely get rid of this for now. Have observed dynamic nature of the real estate market and unique challenges brokers face. We've developed a solution that can significantly enhance your interactions and streamline. Okay, so this too much jargon.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I would remove that solution, remove that chatbots. They don't know what that is. So it's going to cause a lot of confusion to them. The thing is with cold emails, like you got to speak at a third grade level. Almost with any copy, it's like 3 to 5th grade. Yeah, because if they have to take time to process what it means, they're going to get bored and they're going to click off right away.
Right.
So I'm going to show you how to do this, and it's a thing that Russell does as well with his statement that it's kind of like, I don't know if you remember in his book, I think it's in .com Secrets or Expert Secrets, but he talks about it's kind of like statement, and I'm gonna show you that here in a sec. And
Okay.
then we've developed state of the art. I mean, this is like kind of like old language AI chatbots tailored for uh, yeah. So you kind of so what it sounds like to me is like, because I want to read this from the perspective of the brokerage. It sounds like you're kind of beating around the bush. So at this point, reading your email, it's like, all right, like tell me like what this does already. Like I want to know. So we can just remove that. How's this going to help you out? 24/7 engagement is available around the clock. So these are what we like to call in copywriting is these are features, but I don't know what
Right.
it does yet. So if you broke down a little bit over here, like, oh, like this is going to be able to, like imagine someone's working at the computer booking these calls for you, be like, okay, like now I understand what it is. And then you would talk about the features. Um, so there's that. And then intelligent interactions, too difficult of a word, or for them at least. Understand response. All right. Can coordinate, yeah. Lead generation.
Dude, how
Yeah.
do I give editing permissions? I'm on the doc right now, but I don't see
Oh,
it.
go to share.
Okay.
And then you should change it from whoever has the link from like viewer or commenter to can edit.
Okay, try now. I just changed it.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Keep on suggesting for now. All right. So now let's see. We like to set up a chatbot on your website for a 2 week trial, completely free. So yeah, I mean that's fine. The offer, especially if you're trying to get your leg through the door. Because from my knowledge, you guys been in business for like 1 to 2 months. So the best way to do it is you will not benefit from closing a client with your first 2 months in business, closing a paid client versus closing a free client and getting a case study. What I'm trying to say is a case study is more valuable than getting paid.
Yeah.
More case studies makes it extremely difficult for you to close future ones. So make the barrier to entry like super low to get a case study and get like 10 of them. Case study and experience. And with that also comes the conviction that you can actually do this. Because if I'm on a sales call and I'm listening to you, I can tell whether or not you could provide me results just by the conviction that you have, which is the belief that you could provide the results.
Right.
Does that
Okay.
make sense? Yeah.
Yeah.
So my goal is to let you experience firsthand, go after a trial. Yeah. So this stuff you would just talk about on the sales call.
Okay.
Yeah, it's too much info here. And then sounds intriguing. Exclusive offer. Yeah, that's fine. We could probably just shorten this. Looking forward. Cut that out. Yeah, you could keep this. We'll rephrase that though. So already we just cut out like the majority of it. So I'm going to show you how to reframe this.
Okay.
So you would say over here. Why is it still suggesting?
Um, yeah, try refreshing.
What the fuck? All right, there we go.
Oh,
So
yeah.
what I would say is, hey, name. Now they're going to want some personalization because it's you want them in their inbox. They're going to look at that email. They're going to see the subject line. They're going to see the pre-header. So you have a bit to grab their attention to open it, right? What I like to do is I like to look at the customer journey, right? So how is the customer journey? Well, what do they see? They see the subject and then the pre-header, which is like the part right after the subject, right? And then they see um, it just goes to next line, right? Next line, next line, next line. Uh, and then it goes to body, right? And then it goes to CTA. That's the way that they actually see it. I actually have this drawn on a map we could take a look at later. But so you could say I was going through, there's a couple of ways you could do this to grab their attention. You could raise a concern, you could just keep it personal. If we're going to raise a concern, this is how I would say it. I was going through your site and noticed the do they call it a chat bot? Like, is that their terminology?
Yeah, you could call it chatbot.
Okay. Well, do they call it a chat bot?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Okay. Because you want to use the terms that they use,
Or
right?
like chat system. Actually, yeah, just use chat system. I think that's what they would really call it.
So going through your website, notice the chat system. Uh, you can put like a concern. So like,
Right.
so for example, I noticed that the chat system wasn't working, right? Or that, you know,
Took
I
too long
noticed
to.
that the chat system took way too long to respond,
Right.
right? Or wasn't working, or um, wasn't trying to convert me, et cetera, et cetera, right? And so you want to raise a concern to them. It's going to get them to keep reading, right? Or you could say, you know, hey, name, I saw you. I saw your profile on LinkedIn when I was searching for, brokerages in Miami. Now, obviously, this is more personalized, and you're going to email only brokerages in Miami, right? Um, so you can go two routes. You can do either one of them. I recommend testing and seeing which one does better. It's just a volume game at that point, right? So what we can do is probably start with the first one because for me, I mean, that raises a concern. So I was going through your site and noticed that the chat system took way too long to respond. Or and I noticed that the chat system, uh, yeah, that's fine to respond. Let's see what else we could say.
Um,
There we go. Look how simple that is. That's one way. That's actually something that I'm teaching. I'm doing a challenge of that in my academy right now. Of this is what we call like the loom, the personalized loom.
yeah,
So what you would do here is you would go onto their website and film them only when they say yes, send it over. You would film them the video and say, you know, hey, dude, so, you responded back to the email, just reminding you of that. I went ahead, pressed on the chatbot over here. It's actually not working. And so what I recommend to do instead is X, Y, and Z. Now, if you're open to it, I'd actually love to help you with this. So we can hop on like a 15-minute call. I'll just, guide you through it. I'll send you two times and you let me know what works best for you.
yeah,
The reason why that will work is because you're building trust with them right off the bat and you're not pitching them. You're just saying, I will help you.
okay,
And that stands out better than everyone else in the market.
yeah. I think it's way better actually. Yeah.
That's one way of doing it, right? The other way that you could say is, um, hey, name, I was um, on, I found your profile on LinkedIn when I was searching for other brokerages in Miami. Wait, I found your profile on LinkedIn when I was searching for other brokerages in Miami and wanted to reach out. We've been helping other we've been helping other uh, brokerages fix their chatbots on their site to convert the already existing traffic already existing traffic into booked calls, and we'd love to help you do the same. In short, we'll come in and what's your process? So we'll come in, you know,
Yeah, I mean, we'll come in and then we just take a look at their site, like give them like an assessment.
come in and find the bottlenecks. Um, implement our, do you have a name for like the mechanism?
What do you mean? Like, I mean, if
So for me, I have like the impact launch method. My coach has copy drills, which is like a copywriting like method. Or do you
oh
just not have one yet?
no, yeah, yeah, I don't have one.
That's fine. Implement our AI based chatbot to work on your company's behalf. Is that how you spell it? Behalf?
Mhm.
Um, and then manage it for you so that so that so that you're not losing potential leads coming to your site. Best part is we'll do it completely for free if you promise to send us a case study after after we perform. If you're if if you're interested, just respond back to this email. If you're interested, just respond back to this email and let me know. Luca.
Yeah, it's simple. I was really overcomplicating it earlier.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like with cold email, you have to also remember that they get 10 to 15 of these a day.
Right.
Now, this one is pretty like basic. You could definitely beef it up, but for the sake of like, the time frame that we have now, I would definitely run this and see how it responds. Now, if you have one domain, you could probably send out 30 emails a day, but like you definitely should automate it. So we used to send out 1,500 emails a day.
Yeah.
Right. And then we scaled back. We are like, it might be a little too much. Some people like Hermosi's, I think he sends out like 60,000 a day, which is fucking ridiculous. Yeah. Um, but I mean, the main thing here is like these two.
Right.
That is what's going to make or break your entire cold email, right? Problem, solution. Um, so as long as you hit the problem on the head, grab their attention, and then provide a solution that's unique and different, they'll be open to having a conversation with you,
Okay.
right? Um, I would definitely run this to a couple hundred, like maybe 3 to 500 before you even make a decision.
Right. Yeah.
And then also do this. Like if you want, you should participate in my challenge. What we're doing is it's called 10 looms for 10 days. So what you do is you send 10 of these a day for 10 days and you get you'll get booked calls or like at least market feedback at minimum. But anyway, so what you should do is just actually I'll just give you the script. It's called this one right here. This is the SOP. So I opted into your, company's email list or like your funnel or whatever it is, and notice a few things that are hurting your conversions. I put together a quick video breaking down the causes and how to fix them. Mind if I send it over? Boom. And only film the video if they say yes.
Yeah.
Right. And then I have the guidelines over here on how to actually like film them. So you could do the same thing here.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. This is a very trust-based approach. And then this one is like direct approach, essentially. And then all of the info that you mentioned here would be on the sales call in the pitch.
Right.
Yeah. Because again, the cold email is just to get their attention.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you would once you have their attention on the phone, then you could tell them that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely, and yeah, I like the idea behind it. Definitely way better than what I was doing at least. I mean, I used a software, it was called or a platform, it's called Lead Swift. It's like kind of new, but I was able to send like 200 emails a day.
Mhm.
Yeah, that one right there. It's like a lead scraper. So I use that to search real estate brokerages in Miami,
Mhm.
and it gave me like a list of probably like 1,000, and then I filtered it down to the CEOs, managers, or I mean presidents, vice presidents, all that,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
I just sent them the email. So I was able to send like 200 using this, but I've been thinking about getting instantly AI. I heard it's way better, and
Yeah.
I also use that to warm up my email before sending anything out.
Yeah, I've used Instantly. All my clients use it. I use Smart Lead, so I'm just testing that. I think it's doing a little bit better with the open rates. Like I get 5 to 10% better open rates. With that, it also like there's so many factors that determine it, like your lead quality, your email warm up, and stuff like that.
Right.
Um, but yeah, so that's what I would do. The thing that's going to make or break your outreach is knowing the customer and how well you know the customer. So that's why I was recommending do it for free for like 10 people because you're going to have conversations with them and then you're going to monitor the terms that they use and the struggles that they're going through. And that's what's going to determine a winning message right here.
Okay.
Your
Yeah.
messaging is all about the customer. It's not about you. I had this one guy I was like looking to work with, and all I saw was I know how to do this, I can do this, I'm rewarded for this. Like no one gives a shit. If you're the customer, it's like how the fuck are you gonna help me? Right? You always start with the pain. I'm not here to toot my own horn, but remember this page that I showed you, right? If there's
Yeah.
any right here. Uh
And
actually, yeah, let's use could use this one actually. Okay. So we talked about this is similar to what Hermosi did, is how we added an extra, 170K revenue. So what I did was first I talked about, where I currently am, but I also mentioned you've tried everything. You've tried different agencies and programs. You've been in business for multiple years and you're still making less than 50K per month. And I'm going to show you how to do that. And then I talked about where I currently am, but I said it wasn't always like this. Like I was going through these struggles and they can relate to this, right? I was going through all of these like certain struggles, barely able to get past 10K per month. And I invested all this money and I still had like a handful of clients. Nothing was growing. I was going back to zero. So I'm talking about like my story, but in their shoes
right. Yeah.
because I was going through that same thing too. And that's what creates relatability. That's telling the story. Um, so I went through all of these like tribulations, whatever. And then I talk about how I can actually help them. So it's the story that I break down that was in their shoes. It's about them because I went through the
Right.
same thing, right? So that's what's going to help you is like understanding what they've tried, and then you could put that into your messaging.
Okay. And should I link the VSL to the email or just leave it like that and then wait for a response, do the loom?
So they're going to press on that email domain for sure. So they're going to want to do research. They're going to want to know more information. I don't even market my website and I get like I have like 4,000 views on it. Um, Now to start, because you guys are new, what I would recommend is if you could craft up some sort of like sales letter like this, that'd be
Yeah.
awesome. It is going to take a lot of work to do that, but it's better to have that than to have nothing on there.
And just link the domain to that
Yeah,
funnel.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Landing page.
The thing is, a lot of people direct their domains to a website, but a website's different than a funnel, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize that people were looking at the domain that directed to my website until I looked at the numbers and I was like, fuck, like there's 4,000 people. Like what if I had 4,000 people on this funnel,
Right.
or the other one that I showed you, right? So what I would recommend is just direct them to the actual VSL because that's what you want to get conversions from.
Yeah, and I think Russell also talked about it like, having a website is like getting into like a grocery store. You have
Yeah.
broad, but a funnel is just, direct
Yeah.
that product or service or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So to keep it simple, I would run these two messages and see, or actually what you can also do real quick is like you can combine these two. So you could say,
Yeah, I was going through your site, um, saying the concern, the problem, and just saying, yeah, we've helped other brokerages in the past.
yeah, you could do this. Ready? Check this out. So um, this one has worked really well for me. Would you be opposed to me sending you a video breakdown, aka the VSL, or you could just do the Loom strategy?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's worked really well.
So yeah, so for both of them, it's just when they respond, I link them. Or
Hmm.
okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah. So I would run those. I would see, what's the best one. But the thing is with cold email, it's a lot of like trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. Yeah. So
It's also
yeah.
first game that I gotta get up. I
Hmm.
gotta like multiple domains and then link them all instantly, and then yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Um, but yeah, so that's what I would do for the copy.
No, man, yeah, it's great. It's a lot of value being shared here.
Love it. So if you like that video, I'm going to be filming more of these. Just let me know down below in the comments. And if you do actually want to join the academy where we do talk about this stuff, you can go ahead and go to fixmyoutreach.com/academy, and you can actually go ahead and purchase it for 125 bucks a month, which is probably the most affordable bit of coaching you can ever get. We go live every single week for that to show you how to do exactly what we just talked about here with a more personalized approach. So without further ado, I'll catch you guys in the next video.